Donald Trump isn't the only former president to survive an assassination attempt. One president survived two in the same state, only days apart. Memories from the attempts on Gerald R. Ford's life are on display at the Ford Presidential Museum in Grand Rapids. 13 Your Side's Micah Cho spoke to an expert on Ford's life, on the impacts that he left and his presidency.
The walls of the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum loaded up with history. One section on the top floor dedicated to things like the job of Secret Service agents and even former presidential assassination attempts, including two on Gerald R. Ford's life, both within 17 days of each other.
Well, I think one of the really interesting impacts was, as you can imagine, the American public was quite interested in and shaken up by these assassination attempts.
Dr. Morel Lukey, a historian and curator at the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Library and Museum, describes public opinion following the days after former President Ford survived two assassination attempts. The first, September 5, 1975, in Sacramento, California.
In his memoir, he recalled seeing a woman in red kind of walking up to him, and then he saw a gun. And the Secret Service also saw the gun, and Secret Service agent Larry Buendorf managed to get between Ford and the would-be assassin, Lynette Squeaky Fromm.
The second, September 22, 1975, in San Francisco.
At that time, a shot rang out, and it was attempted assassin Sarah Jane Moore who was shooting at him.
Both attempts on Ford's life have a dedicated exhibit in his museum. The gun used in the first attempt and the bulletproof trench coat he wore following the second, both on display.
He recalls that he didn't really like wearing it. It was heavy and hot. It weighed over 6 pounds, but he really felt obligated to the American people to wear that jacket.
Dr. Lukey explains Ford wanted to focus on connecting with people even after two brushes with death.
He also tells reporters at the time, quote, "I don't think any person as president ought to cower in the face of a limited number of people who want to take the law into their own hands. And if we can't have that opportunity of talking with each other, seeing one another, shaking hands with one another, something has gone terribly wrong in our society."
13 on Your Side, I'm Micah Cho.
And ABC News will have extensive coverage of the latest on the investigation into the assassination attempt of the former president. Be sure to tune into World News Tonight with David Muir starting at 6:30.